Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. Today we're going to take a close look and I'm going to share my experience with the professional grade Stoner Car Care's Trim Shine, Ceramic, Plastic, and Vinyl Restorer. The full kit consists of one 30 milliliter bottle of the Trim Shine, an applicator, two microfiber cloths, nitrile gloves, the application guide, and this full kit is just a little over $50, somewhere between $50 and $52. I've seen it in not only local areas and local shops, but online as well. The Mini Cooper here should look familiar. It was in a recent video when we were testing out the Meguiar's Trim Shine or Trim Protectant. Again, looking at the plastics, it has that zebra effect. It's starting to gray and oxidize, and it really needs to be restored and then protected long term. You can see where the Meguiar's Trim Shine ended, and it's a bit blotchy. It just wasn't enough. It's not a bad product. It just wasn't enough for this set of plastic trim on the Mini here. Hopefully this will take care of it. When it comes to prep, as with any detailing product, the more you put into prep, the more time and effort you put into prep, the more you're going to get out of your protectant. I'm teaming up the Kraken all-purpose cleaner from Phoenix EOD with a Star Scrubber. Star Scrubbers you've probably seen in many videos, cleaning up and restoring interior textured plastics and maybe even leather. The material, which is a stiff synthetic fiber, if you work in a circular motion like this, really does a great job getting into peaks and valleys of textured plastics to clean them out. Today we'll also show you alternative and maybe considered advanced ways of restoring plastic. Grab a microfiber polish pad. These fibers are not aggressive whatsoever. Put it on a 3-inch polisher. Turn the speed of the 3-inch polisher all the way down to the first or a second speed setting. And team that up with something like Kraken. An all-purpose cleaner, just like CarPro Multi-X, which is safe for most plastics. Keep them from staining and discoloring. Harsh enough to get the job done, yet gentle enough not to harm the material. Keep the machine, the polisher, moving. Now, this is something you wouldn't want to team up with a harsh pad or a harsh chemical or correction fluid, or you will sand it flat and make it glossy. That's not the purpose here. Keep the pressure down, keep the speed down, and use a very, very light polishing fiber from a microfiber pad. Another way you can restore absolutely trashed, oxidized plastics that have been out in the sun for a long time and are to the point where you're going to replace or repair the plastic anyways. We'll give this a shot first. Angel Wax Perfect Polish, teaming up with that exact same light microfiber polish pad that I was talking about. Keep the speed low, no pressure, keep the polisher moving, and you'd be surprised how you can turn around smooth or textured plastics and bring them back to life. Most cleaner polishes would do. I would use this exact combination right here to avoid any type of staining and extra work in cleaning the plastic when you're done polishing it. so to speak here. With any one of those routines or techniques, you want to follow up with a prep. And then the most important thing to do is make sure the plastic is completely dry. Forced air, microfibers, drying towels, leaf blowers, whatever you want to use. And then it's time to break out that 30 milliliter vial. As you can see here, it's similar to any hardcore coating on paint, plastic, glass, or wheels. Prime that pad. A dry pad's going to do no good, so get a lot of the product on there for the first few passes, and just make sure you have even coverage on the plastic. Keep loading up the applicator. No need to hold back on product. Now remember, when we did this in the first video on this Mini, it took 2, sometimes 3 passes to fully restore and then protect. And even when that was cure with the Meguiar's, you could still see a little bit of blotchiness and some of the zebra effect through the protectant. We hopefully will restore this and protect it in one fell swoop here. We'll find out. I want to bring you in close and see just how this product is performing. The zebra effect here on this plastic is disappearing right before our eyes, which is a good sight. With full coverage being our goal, I'm trying to make sure I get every square inch of the trim. Sometimes if it's in the budget and I can remove the trim, I'll be able to restore it completely and then put it back on. Without that, move whatever you have to move to get to every square inch of the plastic. Okay, and here we have freshly coated within the first few minutes of it starting to cure. Really promising. It has buried that zebra looking effect on the plastic. It's just the cheap materials that they're using for plastic nowadays, guys. So we'll see. We'll give it some time. And after it's fully cured, we come back, and it really has done a good job. I don't know if it's coming through on the camera, but you can slightly see, especially towards the rear wheel well of that plastic trim, compared to up front here where the zebra effect really has come through again, and it's time for another layer. We might be able to get away with one pass. I'm going to go ahead and put a second pass or a second layer or coat on here and then let it cure. When it is fully cured, though, it will give you the characteristics of any coating out there. The hydrophobic properties, UVA, UVB block. It really does restore the plastic deep into the material, and hopefully it does last the 5 years that it claims on the package. That is probably really stretching it, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys up to date. This has been Brian from Apex Detail. I'll catch you in the next video.